So the thing is, some people already know me, but for the new students, I'm Umesh, faculty for history at Shubhraranjan IAS. I have a teaching experience of nearly somewhere around some 8 years now, and before that, I have prepared for the examination for somewhere around some 5 years. So which cumulatively makes my experience nearly 13 years in this field. Then along with that, I have been a graduate from BITS Pilani. Then thereafter, I came into civil service preparation and I attended a couple of interviews in UPSC. I have written some 5 mains. Then thereafter, I chose the path of training aspirants, and I had been part of some prestigious institutions in both South and North. So in Bangalore, I had taken classes with Insights. Then thereafter in Hyderabad, I take classes. Now Shubhraranjan, Delhi. So I had a very varied experience of teaching students from different parts of the country. And over the past 1.5 years, so I've been taking classes for Shubhraranjan IAS Odisha Center too. So the thing is, I mainly teach history. Then along with history, I take up some sections of general studies like internal security. Then I also take up some classes of current affairs too. So this is about me. So then apart from that, today's session, so at least the first half of the session, I'll not directly jump into the subject because many students are new students here. So I just want to give a brief orientation about the examination. What are the things that you need to do for the sake of preparing for this examination, and what mistakes you should not commit in this examination. So this way it would be a general orientation session for the first half. Then thereafter in the second half, we will go into my own subject, that is history. And thereafter my schedule this time is I'll be taking up ancient, medieval and art and culture section. 3 sections are there which we have to take up over the next 15 to 18 days. The schedule has been fixed up. So but today's class, let's just take some or get some orientation about the exam preparation, how we have to do. So what has to be done, okay, what should not be done in this preparation. And this will also be useful for the old aspirants too, or the aspirants who had attended my class before too, primarily because regularly in this preparation, rather than just learning about the subjects, re-evaluating your approach towards the examination is more important. You need to regularly re-evaluate your position, and when you are starting your preparation afresh, rather than running like a blind man, okay, so just like that, if you start preparation and if you keep running, then most probably you will not be able to reach the end. That is the reason why. So we need to get a clarity on what we are doing, okay, and why we are doing these things, okay, and how we can clear the examination. These 3 aspects we are going to talk about, sir. Is it making sense? Yes. So this is a general orientation session. So you people can be interactive with me, okay, so you should speak up in class. Then along with that, you can ask any questions also to me. So there is no bar in that. So in class you can ask questions, after class you can ask questions. But I found the Odisha students over the past 1.5 years to be, okay, very good people who don't want to trouble the teacher, okay, by asking questions to him in class, okay. So I have seen this, okay, but I expect some activity from you people too, sir. Is it clear? So first and foremost, whenever we start any activity, that too a activity like civil services preparation, one thing that we should keep in mind is, first and foremost, we need to understand why we started preparing for this examination. Okay, so why did you people start for preparing for this examination? Is there any particular reason why? Okay, so you started preparing for this examination. Just a second. Yes. So first and foremost, if we have a clear why for preparing for this examination, then automatically what happens is, whenever we get a little demotivated in the process of preparation, we can actually justify our work or preparation by knowing clearly why we actually started preparing for this examination, sir. Is it making sense? And everyone, this why question for civil services, it is a very subjective question, sir. Is it true or not? Everyone will have their own answer for this question. Okay, some people have, okay, so an answer by saying that, sir, this is a career which is very secure. Okay, once I get recruited, no one can remove me. Constitution actually guarantees my position, so no one can remove me. You might have studied in polity. Okay, which article deals with the guarantees for civil servants, sir? Can anyone tell? So just before me, I think you are done with the polity classes, right? So does the constitution guarantee the position of civil servant, sir? Yes, which article of the constitution guarantees the position of 311. Okay, 311 is the article actually which guarantees the position of civil servants, and he can be removed only by the appointing authority. So that is the reason why, sir. So this is a very secure job. Okay, so no possibility of threat to me in future. So security is one answer that many students tend to feel that civil services is a highly secure profession. Yes, then uske साथ में और कोई answer? Why did you start preparing for the examination? So if you think that the pay is good, okay, think again, sir. Okay. Because okay, these days if you look at the expenses outside, inflation, private sector payments, if you look at all of these things, then definitely that payment aspect, it used to work before 91. Okay, but nowadays the pay is okay, you can have a very dignified life, that is for sure, but at the same time don't think that the pay is very good. Okay, but it is very regular, that is one thing that we can expect. Then along with that there is a regular revision of the pay also, and even the retirement benefits are also good. Okay, so pay is also fine, but it is not good for me to write here. Okay, so what I will do is I'll skip the payment part. Then apart from that, any other motivation to prepare for the examination, sir? Any other particular motivation that you have? Why are you preparing? Security is one. Okay, in terms of pay, job, everything is secure. Then uske साथ में, see, actually she has given a very right answer. The thing is, no other okay job ever directly puts a person in a leadership position, sir. No other job. Okay, so you consider any other job except for civil services, okay, wherein you are in a position of leadership from the day one of selection, sir. And when you are in a position of leadership, automatically what happens is you will be exposed to diverse okay work environment, sir. Very diverse. So you might not know about it, but world over also there is no other profession where okay, if you get selected once, you are immediately put on leadership position, and at the same time you are exposed to diverse work conditions, sir. That too, you are put in a position of leadership when you are very young, sir. Usually you see the corporate world. So if any person gets recruited for a corporate job, in order to get to the position of the leadership positions in the corporate world itself, or the top leadership position, it takes a hell lot of time, sir. Is it true or not? So minimum 40-45 will be the age gap. By then only you will become the CEO. Okay, then apart from that, some people tend to say that okay, entrepreneurs also are leaders. Yes, these days entrepreneurship has become prominent. Okay, but the problem is entrepreneurships are leaders without any authority, sir. Okay, without any authority they are leaders. But the thing is, when it comes to civil services provides a position of leadership, and this includes tremendous authority in it, and this makes your job much more prominent and important, where you can actually translate what you think onto the ground, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? The authority behind you is the authority of the state or the government, and it helps you to translate your vision into reality. This is one substantial change that you can do, and this is something which only the people who want to do something about their ideas, who want to bring about some difference because of them, they will be able to realize it, sir. Wherein if you want to really bring about some substantial change, civil services provide you the most important role here, sir. Is it making sense? That is the nature of the job itself. Is it making sense, sir? So this is one more thing. Then uske साथ में और कोई, any other? So traditionally many people tend to say that, sir, I am preparing this for this examination not for myself, sir, but in order to serve the society, is one usually the most abused answer that students give. Yes or no? सर मैं खुद के लिए तैयारी नहीं कर रहा हूँ सर, ओके, मैं लोगों के लिए, ओके, सो जन चैतन्य और व्हाट इज इट कॉल्ड, ओके, सो फॉर द सेक ऑफ पब्लिक वेलफेयर, लोक कल्याण, ओके सर, हम लोग हमारा खुद के लिए नहीं, लोक कल्याण के लिए हम लोग तैयारी कर रहे हैं, ओके. सो बट द थिंग इज, when it comes to this service orientation, okay, this is also one very dicey subject matter in civil services, sir. Okay, some people tend to say that if you are really so interested in service, Why don't you go and join an NGO? NGO is the best means to serve the society, right? Okay, many people say the same thing. Okay, service बोले तो अरे बहुत सारे service oriented institutions है, वहाँ पे जाके you join, you don't need to prepare for this examination. But at the same time, again, one thing you need to understand that service without the proper power is always meaningless, sir. Or it will not be able to create real impact on society. Okay, in order to do service also, first and foremost, you should have strength, sir. Okay, service cannot come out of weakness. Okay, if you yourself are weak and struggling for sustaining yourself, then how can you serve others? Service can only come out of strength. This is a statement of Swami Vivekananda too. So he also used to say the same thing. Only when you have the requisite power, then only you can serve others, sir. So that is the case. So service के लिए भी आपको power चाहिए, तो उसके लिए भी civil services is the best path. So in order to translate your ideas into reality, you need civil services examination. It provides you the positions of leadership. Then उसके साथ साथ में even for security purpose of your own life and family welfare also, definitely civil services is going to help you. Okay, all of these factors make civil services examination one of the most charming examinations, and the profession is also a highly charming profession. That is the reason why, if you see, civil servants get undue respect in society. Have you observed it, sir? Yes. So in fact, some people also tend to prepare based on this charm of civil services. Okay, wherein they might have observed some civil servant working. Okay, or they might have seen how people respect the civil servants. Okay, or you might have had some family stories with respect to how you might have been helped by a particular civil servant. So all of these things add to the charm of the civil services examination, and that is the reason why even today in India, this is one of the toughest competitive examination. But even then, the number of people who prepare for this examination is very high, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Everyone knows that the exam is very difficult, and only hardly 1% of the people who prepare for the examination make it to the final list. But even then, okay, the charm of the examination is such that people tend to get attracted to this examination in substantial numbers, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So definitely when the charm is there, naturally the competition also would be very, very high, and this is the competition that we need to tackle. And if we know the why properly, why we are preparing for this examination properly, then automatically we will be able to, okay, surpass the competition, sir. You need to have clarity. Apart from the generic answer that I have given, you also in your heart itself make a commitment to why you have started preparation for this examination, sir. That will help you to, in fact, sail through the good days and bad days. Okay, because every day is not a sunny day. Some days will be rainy days. When you think like, okay, so why I am putting myself through all of these things? Okay, so why I am sitting and preparing when all other my friends are having a good time, okay, going out, okay, enjoying or earning. So why am I putting myself through this is something for which you should have an answer, and the answer should justify whatever hard work that you are doing, sir. Okay, that is the reason why first get your why right, why you are preparing for this examination. That will actually help you to, okay, have a clarity with respect to what you have to do, sir. Is it making sense? Yes. So this is the why of civil services examination. Then the second thing that I want to talk about is, ठीक है, हम लोग को समझ में आया हम लोग क्यों तैयारी कर रहे हैं. Okay, now the thing is, we need to just understand one thing, sir. Okay, so then why is clear. Now the second question that comes up is how we have to prepare for this examination is the second question that comes up. Yes. Okay, so naturally we have understood that we have to prepare for this examination. Now how to prepare for this examination is the second thing that we need to tackle. And if you look at the examination, I think you might be knowing the examination starts with a civil services preliminary examination, right? Yes, so this is the first step, and usually somewhere around some 7 to 10 lakh applications every year would be there for civil services preliminary examination, sir. Even though not all of them appear for the examination finally, but every year the number of applications is nearly 7 to 10 lakh, of which somewhere around 2 to 3 lakh or sometimes 4 lakh people also attend the examination on the exam day, sir. And you might be knowing that the civil services preliminary examination, so it in fact is a qualifying examination, sir. It means that none of these marks in the civil services preliminary examination is going to matter for the next stage of the examination. You have to just qualify this examination. And once you qualify this examination, the next step is the more important step, which is called as the civil services mains examination, sir. Okay, and civil services mains examination is the next step. And to the civil services examination, usually based on the number of vacancies, okay, so sometimes somewhere around 12.5 to 15 times the number of vacancies would be, okay, called would be made to attend the civil services mains examination, sir. It means that let's suppose there are 1000 vacancies in the final civil services vacancies are 1000. From that, nearly 12,500 to 15,000 people will be asked to take the mains examination, sir. So once you qualify the prelims examination, you would be one of the 12,500 to 15,000 students. If the vacancies are how many, sir? 1000 vacancies है तो आपको 12,500 people को वो लोग qualify करेंगे और आपको mains examination देना है, sir. Then once you give the mains examination, okay, based on your marks in mains, okay, marks would be the criteria here, and based on your marks in the mains examination, you would be called for the next stage of the interview. This is the civil services personality test, sir. And usually to the civil services personality test, the number of candidates that would be called is 2 to 2.5 times the final selection candidates, sir. It means that out of nearly 12,500 to 15,000 candidates, somewhere around 2,500 to 2,000 candidates would be called for interview, sir. It means that even after getting called for interview, the chance is 50% only, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? But finally, your rank would be declared on the basis of your cumulative score between civil services mains and civil services personality test, sir. So both the scores would be counted. Prelims score is not evaluated. Only the scores of your mains examination and personality test, they will be added up in order to finally give a merit list, and based on the merit list, you would be selected or rejected from the final civil services candidate, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So this is the process usually. Yes, the process from the outside, it looks very simple. Yes or no? Somewhere around some 5 lakh people or 4 lakh people attend the examination. Then out of which nearly 12,500 to 15,000 go for the mains examination. From there, nearly how many, sir? 2,500 to 2,500 people go for the interview, and finally 1,000 number of candidates would get selected into the final merit list of the civil services examination, sir. This is the usual criteria, but this is just a procedural understanding of the thing, sir. Okay, we need to actually have a clear idea about not just the procedure, because any person today, if you ask him, they will tell it very clearly what is the procedure for the examination. But rather than the procedure, okay, what you have to do for the each stage of examination is something which is more important, on which I want to dwell some time today, sir. Okay, so just see this. The first stage is the civil services prelims examination, and it contains 2 papers, GS1 and GS2. So GS2 is the CSAT paper, sir. Okay, so general studies 1 paper is there. So these are the 2 papers which will be present in the preliminary examination. And when it comes to the first paper, usually the syllabus for this paper is very limited. So if you observe the civil services syllabus, okay, for the preliminary examination, the syllabus is very limited. Okay, particularly for my section, I'll tell you. So they have stated very clearly only one statement, sir. Okay, what did they say? History of India and Indian national movement is the only statement which they made in the prelims syllabus sheet, sir. Prelims syllabus sheet में एक ही line हुआ है वहाँ पे history of India and Indian national movement. And does this syllabus line, does it provide any deep insight into the nature of questions that are being asked, sir? Just understand this. Syllabus में एक ही शब्द है कि history of India and Indian national movement is the only line which is present there, sir. But history of India is a very vast thing. History of Indian national movement is also a very big thing. So we will not get to know what kind of things are being asked just by looking at the syllabus, sir. That is the reason why for the preliminary examination, syllabus is not much helpful for the students, sir. So if syllabus is not helpful, then what is going to be more helpful? The thing is, UPSC usually speaks only through its question papers, sir. It doesn't have any other method to speak with the aspirant community. After the examination, the chairman doesn't come out and say, okay, this year I have asked very good questions. I have asked from these particular textbooks. तो यहाँ से पूछा था, Okay, आप लोग को मैंने ठीक से फंसाया कि नहीं? Okay, so this way they usually don't come and say to you, sir. What they do is they only speak through their question papers, sir. The question papers itself are, okay, a pointer to what UPSC is thinking and where they are going also. The question paper is the only thing which will help you to understand here. Try to understand this. Okay, so I think you might be knowing when last year the prelims paper was conducted, sir. Okay, some people they in fact uploaded the paper to ChatGPT. Okay, artificial intelligence को upload किया था paper. Okay, and unfortunately ChatGPT was not able to clear the prelims examination, sir. Okay, so even though with the help of all the information which is present on the internet, okay, it was not able to cut it. Okay, it was not able to qualify the prelims examination, sir. So it means that the papers are deliberately made such. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? And this is not a threatening note. Try to understand this. The thing is, with respect to civil services preliminary examination, the question papers are the only information that you have in order to prepare, sir. That is the reason why if you ask me which is the most important book or source for preparing for the civil services examination, I'll just tell you that you have to first and foremost see the previous year question paper, sir. This is the only pointer to preparation. There is no other pointer. You can't do anything else except for looking at the prelims question paper in order to understand what UPSC is. Whether you are a senior player, whether you are a fresher into the examination, the only source of information that you get about the examination is from the previous year question paper, sir. And usually in civil service examination, the senior players are a little at advantage because they might have seen and experienced the past 3-4 times question papers उन लोगों ने experience किया, तो उसके वास्ते उसका seniority बढ़ गया. Okay, उसके seniority बढ़ने के वास्ते their chances of clearing the examination are high. So why should we waste 3 to 4 years in order to get the same experience? The previous year question papers are freely available in the market. Okay, if we study them properly, then automatically can we not match their seniority, sir? So it is quite possible. You don't think otherwise. You can easily match the seniority of the other candidates by regularly looking at the previous year questions, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? And if you prepare for the previous year questions properly, in the exam paper finally, at least some 15 to 20 questions out of 100 questions in this paper, they will in fact be from the concepts which are already present in the previous year paper, sir. आपको सिर्फ यही काम करना है, regularly on a daily basis you keep looking at the previous year question papers. Okay, some of the students are from the previous batch. Anyone took the prelims examination this time? Okay, so some good number of candidates have taken the prelims examination. By now, okay, the thing is all the candidates who are preparing for the examination, they should be having a by heart, okay, so they should by heart all the 100 questions which have come in the preliminary examination, sir. They should know them by heart. Okay, they should know like which question has come where. If someone just utters the word, they should remember the question, sir. That is the level to which you have to prepare initially. The thing is, why this helps you is, it will help you to understand the core demand of UPSC, sir. And it actually sets a very clear, okay, template for the preparation of the examination, sir. Without template, no one can prepare for the exam. Because anything under the sky can be asked. ChatGPT has failed the examination. Okay, maybe it might not have seen the previous year questions, maybe, I don't know. Okay, but okay, we don't know artificial intelligence, how it has come about, we don't know. Okay, but whatever it might be, the thing is, if you regularly by heart all the questions of the preliminary examination, sir, at least past 5 years you should remember. Okay, as a thumb rule you have to remember all the questions. Then over and above that, past 30 years papers, you should have a good understanding about the questions and their answers, where they have been picked from. Okay, how to prepare for these things. For 30 years papers you have to prepare, sir, and of which 5-year papers at least you should have by heart in you, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? That will help you in order to get a very, very good template for the examination, and this templates help you in order to orient yourself properly for the examination, sir. This is the main thing that you have to do. You have to orient yourself towards the examination, and that you can do only through the previous year questions. Is it making sense, sir? Okay, and UPSC speaks only through its question papers. Don't forget it. This is the most important thing. But at the same time, in preliminary examination, we should understand one thing, sir. We should never try to, okay, so in fact, preliminary exam का एक rule है, sir. आप सुन लीजिए इसके बारे में ठीक से. The main rule of the preliminary examination is you should never try to attempt all the questions, sir. Some questions in the preliminary examination, they are deliberately meant to, okay, leave, sir. It means that those questions you should not even try to attempt. Those questions you have to leave them, and these kind of questions are usually called as the bouncer questions, sir. Okay, these are the bouncer questions which in any case you should not attempt at all, sir. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? तो ऐसा क्वेश्चन रहता है कि उस क्वेश्चन को कितने साल भी आप तैयारी कर लीजिए, क्योंकि आप उन क्वेश्चन को टच नहीं कर पाएंगे, सर. In fact, for that matter, even the UPSC trainers also will not be able to answer that question, sir. Those kind of questions you have to identify. Every year UPSC deliberately gives somewhere around some 20 bouncer questions which no one can answer, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? And these 20 questions make the examination very, very tough. But the thing is, UPSC preliminary examination, you need to understand, is a qualifying examination. Okay, sir? Is it not a qualifying examination? You should just be in the top 12,500. You need not be top 1, because even if you are top 1, your score will not get finally reflected in your rank. Okay, sir? Okay, does it get reflected in your rank? The cumulative score of only the mains examination and the personality test are added to your final rank. The prelims score is never added to your final rank. So this is only a qualifying examination, and you should focus on just crossing the mark of cutoff, sir. That's it. You need not get the absolutely highest marks, and that is the reason why we need not consider, or we should not orient our preparation on the basis of the bouncer questions, sir. ये bouncer questions को कभी भी छोड़ना ही चाहिए, sir. So this year also in prelims examination we had such bouncer questions. Okay, some bouncer questions from history also, there were some bouncer questions. Particularly there was a question on a drama by Bhasa. Okay, so just I'm giving one example for the students who have seen the paper. So in fact, in our class of art and culture, I have discussed elaborately about Bhasa. I have talked about his play called Swapna Vasavadattam. I talked about Urubanga. Okay, I talked about Karnabaram. So there were 3 plays which I have discussed in class, sir. But Bhasa during his lifetime, he has written somewhere around some 13 plays. कितना? 13 plays लिखा है सर उसने. और उसमें से the 3 prominent plays I have discussed in class. But they have asked a quite unknown play of Bhasa. They picked it up and they asked as a question. And can we remember all the plays of Bhasa, sir? 13 plays. And at the same time, what is the guarantee that there will be a question on Bhasa next year? Next year they might ask on some other unknown remote personality. Okay, unknown remote personalities, another writing they can ask as a question. So this way, those kind of questions should not be touched upon, sir. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? So those are the questions which no one will be able to do, and you should also not be worried about those questions, sir. But what you have to do is, prelims examination is always about a common minimum program, sir. Common minimum program is what everyone else across the country is reading for the preliminary examination. You have to compulsorily read those texts, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Because a question which everyone else is doing and you are not doing is going to affect your final selection, sir. Okay, but a question which no one is doing and you are also not doing, there is no problem with that question. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? The only area where you have to evaluate yourself is when a question is being solved by most of the candidates, and if you are not able to do it, then you are out of the merit list, sir. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? So what you have to do is you have to make a common minimum program wherein there are some standard books for prelims preparation, sir. And all those standard books, every candidate who is preparing for UPSC, they prepare those books, and you also have to get a good grip over those books, sir. Then उसके साथ साथ में at least in 1 or 2 subjects you should excel. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Common minimum program is what? You have to read the standard books which are prescribed for UPSC and which everyone reads. You have to master those books. Then उसके साथ साथ में 1-2 subject में आपका expertise भी आप दिखाना चाहिए, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Standard books are what? For your polity section, there is Lakshmikant. Every student, okay, so one standard companion for students who are preparing for UPSC examination is Lakshmikant, sir. Always they have one book. Okay, but unfortunately the book is becoming bigger by the day. Okay, so बड़ा होते ही जा रहा है. Okay, लेकिन फिर भी उसको आप मास्टर करना चाहिए, सर. उसके साथ साथ में आपको ऐसे ही ज्योग्राफी के लिए, okay, so usually there is NCERT textbooks. Okay, so 11th 12th NCERT textbooks, geography is a good source. Then उसके साथ साथ में, so this way you have some standard books for every section, sir. Those standard books you have to be a master of. Then along with that, in one or two subjects you have to become an expert, so that okay, your prelims qualification is 100% ensured, sir. That is what you have to do. So the qualification for prelims examination, if you have to ensure it, so at least in one or two subjects you have to be excellent. So based on your liking for the subjects, you choose one or two subjects where you can go the extra mile, okay, where you can put some extra efforts when compared to other candidates. And along with that, for all other subjects, you have to follow a common minimum program, sir. But the problem with common minimum program is every student, when he comes for the preparation, okay, he will have some dislikes, likes and dislikes in the preparation process. This is the main problem. कुछ सब्जेक्ट ऐसा रहता है कि आपको किसी भी समय पढ़ने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगा. Okay, so let's suppose some people have a preference for subjects like polity. Some people have a preference for subjects like history. Okay, so but the problem is the students, just like the likes, they also have some peculiar dislikes to, sir. एक दो सब्जेक्ट ऐसा रहता है कि उनको पकड़ते ही आपको सर दर्द करना शुरू करेगा. Okay, so उसको पकड़ते ही आपको सर दर्द करना शुरू करेगा. और what you will do is you will keep neglecting the subject, sir. Let's suppose the subject that you have neglected is geography. Let's suppose I'm just giving one example. Geography आपको okay, समझ में नहीं आता है, वो पढ़ने से आपको बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, तो geography को आप नेग्लेक्ट कर लिए. इस बार प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम में जाके बैठा है. Okay, so 16 questions have come from geography. This is a record over the past 12 years. कभी हुआ ही नहीं, sir. Okay, I have known the papers between 13 to not 13, from 15 to 19. If you look at the papers from geography, 2 questions used to come, sir. From 2, the number of questions today is 60. और आपको geography बिल्कुल, okay, so you don't at all like geography, sir. So paper जाके देखते ही 16 questions. Just think about it. The level of confidence that will be lost while answering these questions, you understand it, sir. Okay, question paper, okay, आप टर्न कर रहे हैं geography के क्वेश्चन एक के ऊपर एक, एक के ऊपर एक, okay, आप पे हमला हो रहा है geography से. Okay, so and you are unable to defend yourself also. Now the thing is, one student who has prepared all the subjects equally well, for him out of the 16 questions he will be at least be able to do 8 questions. Just understand this, which everyone across the country is doing almost 8 questions from geography. But your own case is quite different. You are very good in history, polity, economy. सब सब्जेक्ट में आप अच्छे हैं, लेकिन geography में आप बहुत पूरे. उन सब्जेक्ट्स में आप कितना भी, okay, so you swim very hard and you get, okay, maybe 5 questions better than others, sir. But here you are directly losing 8 questions. आपको समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? And once you lose those 8 questions, then you are compulsorily out of the list, sir. There is no doubt about it. There is no possibility for you to clear the examination by neglecting one subject, sir. That is the reason why UPSC prelims preparation, okay, you keep it in your mind that it's based on a common minimum program wherein you have to prepare for all the subjects equally well, and at the same time at least 1 or 2 subjects which are in great demand in UPSC, you have to go a extra mile for this 1 or 2 subjects, sir. आपको समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? So that is one thing that you need to understand. Then उसके साथ साथ में, so once this general studies one paper is done, nowadays the bigger problem started with the CSAT paper, sir. Okay, because CSAT has become one such paper where UPSC earlier it used to count the score of CSAT also for qualification. But now what they have done is, because of a lot of protests from non-maths background students, they have said that CSAT paper के लिए एक cut off रहेगा, and if you cross the cut off, then okay, automatically we will go and evaluate your GS paper 1, and if your GS paper 1 score is good, then we are going to give you a result. But the only condition is what? You have to cross the cutoff mark in CSAT, sir. Okay, so earlier they used to count the marks also. They used to take a cumulative score of 1 and 2 and then declare the results, sir. But after protest they made it into cutoff based thing. But after okay, making CSAT into a cutoff paper, what UPSC did is, it in fact took a great, okay, so or it started targeting the student community with the help of CSAT paper, sir. Okay, maybe they might have become angry. Okay, आप लोगों ने प्रोटेस्ट करके मुझे क्यूमुलेटिव से कट ऑफ के सिचुएशन पे लेके आए. हम लोग देख लेंगे कि आप लोग कट ऑफ कैसे क्रॉस करेंगे. Okay, we will see how you will cross cut off. That is the thing that have made, sir. Nowadays what they are doing is they made the CSAT paper so tough that even many people who have studied in IITs are also failing in CSAT paper, sir. Okay, the math has become so difficult. The English is comprehension is such a way that no one is sure about the key, sir. This time, okay, so most of the coaching institutes, they have provided the key for UPSC, sir, lastly. So, and after that UPSC has given its own key, and people were able to find out nearly 15 to 20 questions where the coaching institutes have gone wrong and UPSC has given the right answer, sir. Okay, then the coaching institutes themselves commit a mistake, think about the students who are coached by these teachers. उनका क्या हाल होगा? ओके, वो लोग खुद बैठ के रिसर्च करने के बाद भी 15 से 20 क्वेश्चन का ओके जो यूपीएससी की में आंसर था उनका आंसर अलग था, वो भी एग्जाम टाइम में वो लोग सॉल्व नहीं किया, बाद में बैठ के ओके ऑल रिसोर्सेज यू हैव एट योर कमांड, ओके इंटरनेट, ओके nowadays chat gpt, artificial intelligence, everything is there, and after that also they made keys of nearly 15 to 20 questions, sir. I am not talking about any okay end of the street institutes, even the most prominent institutes of Delhi which are whose name is synonymous with UPSC preparation also have committed this mistake, sir. Okay, so you might be knowing about Wajiram, so they have committed nearly 15 mistakes in the key. Okay, so this is the case. So the problem is CSAT paper is one such paper where you have to excessively focus on the math part, sir, because English is very difficult to know whether you have done it right or wrong, sir. Okay, whether it is you are from humanities background, whether you are from math background, it is immaterial, but without a good command over math you will never be able to clear the CSAT examination. Let me be very clear about this. So math is the key for CSAT examination, because comprehension, it is very difficult to know the answer in comprehension because all the options are looking very similar and close by, sir. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? तो आपको किस चीज पे फोकस करना था? So always focus on math. There are some basic things which they ask in math like permutation combination, probability, okay, then along with that ratio and proportions, then along with that they ask time and distance problems. So this way there are some 10 to 15 different kinds of problems which are being asked, sir. So these 10 to 15 different kinds of problems you have to okay prepare them very properly, okay, and if you prepare them very properly and you have the right formulas, then in the examination those questions at least will come to help of you, sir. Because English का कोई भरोसा नहीं, okay, आप English का मास्टर है तो भी वहां पे comprehension का क्वेश्चन पकड़ने में बहुत मुश्किल हो रहा है, सर. Okay, so that is the reason why you focus mainly on math. Somewhere around some 25 to 35 questions will come from math, sir. That will actually help you to sail through the examination. Focus on the math part. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? That is what we have to do in civil services prelims examination, GS1 and GS2, and previous year questions को देखते हुए GS1 के लिए prepare करना, और उसमें एक common minimum program होना चाहिए आपको. GS paper 2 में आपको math पे ज़्यादा focus करना चाहिए, sir. Is it making sense? Now the next one is after the prelims examination, the real trouble starts with the civil services mains examination, sir. Because the prelims examination is all said and done an objective examination. Okay, objective examination is one single answer would be there. Okay, the answer you can in fact mark A, B, C, D. Okay, so in a OMR sheet you will mark, and objective examinations are in fact if you see the objective examination of UPSC, so in fact when compared to the mains examination, the prelims examination is okay in some respects it is easier, sir. Definitely the prelims examination is easier when compared to the mains examination, because prelims examination is an objective examination, whereas the mains examination, the main thing with the mains examination is it is a subjective exam, sir. It is a subjective exam, and being a subjective examination, the thing is in this paper you have to write, sir, and that too you have to write a lot. Okay, not just a small essay or few questions you need, is not the case, sir. What you have to do is you have to write a lot of content in order to write the answer, sir. I'll tell you just one example, sir. In fact, in each paper, let's suppose take the case of general studies 1, there will be some 200 word answers. How many? 10 questions. 150 word answer questions. How many questions, sir? 10 questions. So it means what? 2000 on one side and 1500 on other. In total, in each paper, you have to write somewhere around 3500 words in each paper, sir. and that too morning 3500 words and afternoon again 3500 words. So it is somewhere around some 7000 words over a span of 6 hours you have to write in your answer sheet, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So this is the most difficult part of the examination, is how to write so many things in a coherent fashion, in a clean and legible fashion, and that too how can you stick to the core demand of the question while getting the maximum number of marks from these papers is something which is the art of the main, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So you have to write more, less time में ज़्यादा लिखना चाहिए, वो भी comprehensively, and at the same time logically and coherently you have to write in the examination, but you have to write somewhere around 7000 words per day, sir. See, most of the candidates before going to the examination, they will never be, might have written at least 2000 words also in a single day, sir. But you have to write how many? 7000 words in a single day, sir. Okay, that is the main challenge here. And the general studies main or CSE mains, it contains one essay paper, then 4 general studies papers, then after that 2 optional papers and 2 language papers, sir. In total how many? 1, 4, 6 here, 2, 8 and 9 papers, sir. In total you have to write how many? 9 papers you have to write, of which the essay paper contains 2 essays, sir. It contains 2 essays. And out of the 2 essays, definitely one essay would be deeply philosophical essays. The philosophical essays are of such fashion that, so it is very difficult to decode them, and how to approach them is a little tough, but if you get the right technique, you will be able to do it. But out of the 2 essays, one essay would be definitely philosophical, sir. So this is the first one, and the essay paper would be for 250 marks, and each essay is for 125 marks, of which one essay would be a philosophical essay, sir. One essay would be a philosophical essay. Then apart from the philosophical essay, one would be a very straightforward essay, sir. And usually the philosophical essays are a little tough to decode in itself, sir. To decode itself, it is a little tough. So, but there is a particular approach in order to write the essays, and essay paper with the right kind of training, you can manage it, sir. It's not a problem. Then after that starts GS 1, 2, 3, 4, sir. 2 days span में आपको 4 पेपर होगा, सर. 2 दिन के स्पैन में आपको 4 पेपर लिखना पड़ेगा. And if you look at these 4 papers each contain 20 questions, sir. That is, in total, the number of questions which you have to write is 80 questions you have to write. Some out of the 80 questions, 40 questions would be 150 word, 40 questions would be 200 word answer, sir. 200 or 250? So I think it is 200, right? 250 words, yes. So I'm sorry. So that's what, so 250 word questions. So there will be 250 word questions and 150 word questions, 10 and 15 marker. So 2 type of questions will come, sir. And if you look at these 4 general studies papers, these general studies papers so you have to cover somewhere around some nearly 12 distinct subjects have to be covered, sir. Ranging from history, geography and society in the first paper. That is 3 subjects. Second paper, if you look at, it contains polity. Then after that there is governance section and international relations. 3 sections are there. Then the third paper, it contains somewhere around 5 subjects there. So that is 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 1, 5 is 11. 11 plus ethics is 1 paper. In total, 12 different sections you have to cover, sir. 12 different sections you have to cover, and you should have a decent enough mastery over all the sections in order to write the answer, sir. Then uske saath mein, after that, there will be 2 optional papers, and the option is of your own choosing. So which stone you have to use in order to break your teeth, that you can decide, sir. So with that you can decide. So and 2 optional papers would be there, and the optional is of your choice. You can select from a wide range of optionals which are given by UPSC, and optional requires, just understand this, sir, MA level mastery over the subject, sir. Whichever optional you take, humanities optional, you need MA level mastery. If you take a technical optional, then you require a mastery which is equivalent to MTech level, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So for humanities, it is MA level, and for this technical subjects, it is MTech level mastery you require in order to write the examination, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So this is one thing. Then after that, there will be 2 language papers. These are qualifying papers, sir. and here you have to write one English language paper or Hindi language paper, and then one mother tongue paper also you have to write, sir. So 2 papers you have to take up. So one English and one mother tongue paper. So that is, you can take up a paper in Odia, and along with that you have to take up one paper in English language, sir. So this is the course of the CS mains examination, sir. CSE mains examination, and this is a subjective examination, and the exam process itself is somewhere around 10 days, sir. Somewhere around 10 days the exam goes on, and this is a very, very important part of your final selection. Whether you will be in the list or out of the list will be determined mostly by the mains, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So, and these days students have started writing the answers in a very beautiful fashion. The presentation is very good. The thought process is very good. Only if you are in sync with these kind of systems, then you will be able to get a decent enough marks in mains, sir. Is it making sense? So this is the next stage of the examination. So, and for the mains examination, just I wanted to talk about some brief thing with respect to how you need to approach the mains examination. Just listen to this, sir. When it comes to the mains examination, in the mains examination, your answer writing should follow a particular pattern, sir. The clear-cut, distinct pattern for the answer writing in UPSC mains examination. When you look at the pattern, in all humanities subjects, there should be a distinct introduction for the answer. There should be the main body for the answer. Then after that, there should be a conclusion. Even essay also the same thing we have to do. And even for general studies answer also, or optional answer also, for every section or for every question, there are 3 different sections, sir. But the thing is, whenever I say this, the students in their answers, they will start putting the side heading saying that this is the introduction, okay, this is the body, and this is the conclusion. You should never do that, sir. Okay, primarily because by reading it, the examiner should understand. आप उसको force मत करिए, sir यही introduction है, आप पढ़ लीजिए, okay. You should not force him. He should understand that that is an introduction, there is a body, and there is a conclusion. And in all humanities subjects, try to understand this thing very carefully, sir. All humanities subjects are ultimately a search for truth, sir. Okay, so what is the right thing? Because unlike mathematics, physics, there is no one single answer for any issue. Usually, humanities is a search for truth. And whenever you are searching for truth, there will be, okay, arguments, right? There will be arguments and there will be counter arguments. Try to understand this, sir. There will be arguments on one side and counter arguments on other, which means that whenever a question is given in humanities, you have to write some arguments in support of the given statement, sir. And at the same time, you have to counter them with counter arguments too, and then give a conclusion, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Most of the aspirants, they don't understand this basic essence. Humanities is ultimately nothing but it is a search for truth, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? See, let's suppose there is a question. I'll just give you one example. India has, over the past 10 years or over the past few years, it has taken a dictatorial turn bolke a question puchega. Okay, let's suppose they ask this question. Then, okay, if you say that yes, we have completely taken a dictatorial turn, and you write all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay, 10 point likhe, yes sir, India has turned towards dictatorship and India's democracy should be saved bolke conclusion mein likhe bahar aaya, to you will become a very good activist but not an administrator, sir. Okay, so there is a fine difference between activist and administrator. Many people confuse about this, and most of the times the civil services preparation makes candidates very good activists, sir. Okay, अगर आपको activism, advocacy, okay, ऐसा काम करना है तो आप political party join कर लीजिए. तो वहां पे आपको people in fact are brainwashed with one version of truth. But there is a difference between an activist and administrator, sir. What administrator should try to do is he should always try to ascertain the truth in a said issue. Yes. Okay, first you have to write, yes, there have been some tendencies of dictatorship, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But at the same time, India's democracy is still very strong. You give examples for the same too. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Then you give a conclusion saying that yes, okay, even though there have been some threats to democracy, even then our constitutional machinery is working very strongly and helping India to remain a constitutional democracy is one thing that you can write as a conclusion. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So this is where an activist is differentiated from an administrator, and you should never take a black or white approach, sir, because truth is always in between and you have to always have an approach towards the gray region, sir. Okay, not black or white. Okay, so you should not ever support one party or the another party. You have to write a median answer, sir. Are you understanding this? In fact, we have a very good subject called internal security, sir. I'll just give you one more example. वहां पे एक क्वेश्चन बार बार यही पूछा जाता है कि ओके नक्सलिज्म के ऊपर क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है, सर. जस्ट आई विल टेल यू वन एग्जांपल. Okay, so let's suppose you are from the state of Odisha, okay, so which is one of the hot belt of Naxalism. So what happens is some people will have a positive opinion about Naxals. Some will have the exact opposite, very negative opinion some people will have, sir. But the exam paper is not the place to prove your point. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? तो आप ऐसा मत करिए कि ओके आपका एक्सपीरियंस के हिसाब से सर from my childhood I have been observing, okay, so that Naxals are real friends of people. Okay, they helped my family in so and so situation. Okay, when the exploitation of the forest officials has become too much, Naxals have helped us. तो ये सब आपको नहीं लिखना है, क्योंकि humanity all said and done, it is also a search for truth, that is collective truth, not individual truth. आपके हिसाब से मत लिख लीजिए. That is the reason why one word which is should not be used in answers in UPSC is I and me. They should not be used. The reason is what? Okay, you should not write it from your own subjective experience. Okay, this is a academic discipline and we have to, in fact, write the answers on the basis of collective experience of people but not on your own individual experience. Okay, लेकिन कुछ बार ऐसे भी क्वेश्चन पूछता है यूपीएससी में according to your opinion, okay, which is right. Okay, so वो statement देखते ही लोग immediately active बन जाते हैं. Okay, so they have asked for my opinion, they have given some importance to me. Okay, मुझे भी एक कुछ importance मिल रहा है यहाँ पे. तो according to your opinion बोलते ही immediately okay शुरू कर लेते. Okay, so in my childhood, okay, I have been so and so. Okay, so वैसा आपको नहीं लिखना चाहिए. This is a collective experience based answer you have to write. I and me should never be used in the examination. At the same time, you should save yourself from being an activist and always have an administrator outlook and don't judge the matters on basis of black and white, and you always have to look at the gray area of the subject matter, sir. Is it clear? That too, for a civil servant, it is very important because whenever you have a balanced judgment, it automatically means that you are a kind of personality who is neutral in your decision making, sir. And neutrality is one key trait for a civil servant, wherein he should not be politically committed to his bosses. That is the reason why neutrality is a very important virtue for the civil servants, and your neutrality you can prove by being always balanced in your opinion, by always putting arguments and counter arguments to every question, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? And this is a psychological experience. This is not something which you can do just at the snap of the finger. What you need to have is, in order to write answers in this fashion, first and foremost, you need to have proper emotional intelligence, sir. You should not get carried away. Okay, आप एक तरफ की opinion से आप carried away नहीं होना चाहिए. You should have a lot of emotional intelligence, understand yourself properly, then evaluate the issue in a proper fashion and come to a judgment. For that, emotional intelligence is very, very important, sir. Is it making sense? So that is the reason why CSE mains examination is particularly a test of your personality, sir. Even though in UPSC people say that personality test is the last part of the examination, from the start of the examination, it is a test of your personality. Whether you are committed, okay, whether you are neutral, whether you are hardworking, whether you are, okay, so having the right kind of mindset for preparation. All of these things would be checked, sir. And mains answer, it is definitely a reflection of your personality, sir. Okay, अगर मैं आपका 10-20 आंसर देख लिया तो I can get a decent enough understanding of your personality, how you are thinking, so what is your capability, all of these things I can clearly identify them, sir. There is no doubt about it. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? So that is the case. So be careful, and emotional intelligence is very important. Then apart from the emotional intelligence, one more thing is civil services examination also requires its own aptitude, sir. Aptitude means what usually? Aptitude is what? Aptitude. The meaning of aptitude is nothing but aptitude is a capability of a person, sir. This is an intellectual capability. Okay, sometimes it is natural for people, sometimes people can learn it. So aptitude is the capability. Capability means what? Ability to handle diverse subjects. Are you understanding this? In a decent enough fashion, if you are able to handle diverse issues, then you are considered to be a person with good aptitude, sir. Are you getting this? Aptitude is capability. Civil services examination is a test of your capability on one side. Then along with that, it is also a test of your emotional intelligence too. So both the things, if you have properly developed in yourself, then clearing the examination is not going to be so difficult, sir. Is it making sense? So this is the second major aspect that we need to remember. Then the last part of the examination is the personality test, sir. Okay, usually this is the part which is considered to be the easiest part of the examination, sir. Let it be. Okay, let me put it out. And it is easy for the people who know what to do, but it is difficult for the people who don't have an understanding on how to approach the personality test, sir. Okay, there are two diverse opinions here. Some people, for them, the personality test is a cakewalk. For some others, it is a very difficult job. But the only thing that you have to do in personality test is you have to be able to, okay, present yourself very well to 5 experienced people and seniors in administration. So उनके सामने आपको, आप अगर साबित करने की आपके पास ताकत है तो आपका personality test बहुत आसान हो जाएगा, सर. The only thing that you have to do is you have to prove yourself in front of 5 experienced senior members that you are suitable for the job, sir. This is the only work that you need to do. Okay, so उनका तैयारी के लिए कुछ ऐसा strategies भी है जहाँ पे आप लोग आंसर बात करने में कैसे करना है. Okay, so how you have to do and how you have to impress the seniors who are present in front of you. All of these things are based on specific set of tactics. About that we will discuss a little later. When the time comes, one fine day I will reveal about these things also through our classes, but it is not very, very important right now. But did you understand the core demand of what UPSC is? Yes. So first we understood why are we preparing for the examination. The second aspect that we understood is, okay, how we are going to clear the examination. I think you have got a basic enough understanding for this aspect. Now the next thing about civil services examination that we need to know is, see, try to understand this, sir. Civil services examination and its preparation, you see, on one side it gives a shot to you in order to become a civil servant, sir. And at the same time they also develop some unique capabilities in every person, sir. Try to understand this. So it develops many unique capabilities, and the unique capabilities that civil services preparation can develop in a person is, first and foremost, any person who has prepared for civil services in examination in a proper fashion, he will be very balanced in his life choices, sir. Try to understand this. There will be no extremes in here. So balanced life choices is one thing that comes out of this examination. Then the second thing is the preparation for civil services examination or UPSC doesn't help you only in case of UPSC, sir. By preparing for UPSC properly, you can clear most of the state services in a easier fashion, sir. Try to understand this, because the syllabus for UPSC and OPSC these days is almost the same. You don't have an optional these days, or do you have one optional? One optional is there plus 4 general studies papers and essay paper. So OPSC का syllabus और UPSC का syllabus almost same है, sir. So अगर आपका ठीक से तैयारी करने के बाद, sometimes things also depend on fate too. Okay, but the thing is we should always be in the cream of the preparation. So we will get selected one day, and if not for UPSC, UPSC preparation will help you a lot in your OPSC examination too, sir. So I have seen your syllabus. OPSC syllabus is in fact bigger than UPSC syllabus. You have to prepare for all the UPSC candidates are preparing, plus over and above that you have to prepare for the state specific aspects too, sir. Like Odisha history you have to prepare, Odisha geography separately you have to prepare. So you have to take 2 steps ahead. Okay, that is the thing, sir. So UPSC balanced judgment is one, then OPSC kind of examinations you can clear. Then along with that, whichever government service you are preparing for, sir. Okay, so for all the government service examinations, UPSC preparation is going to help you, sir. Let's suppose you are preparing for SSC CGL. So whatever you prepare for CSAT in UPSC, that will be helpful in SSC CGL. Then along with that they also introduced one general studies paper also these days. Current affairs को पूछना शुरू किया, तो वहां पे भी आपको यूज होता है. नहीं तो आप RBI grade B बोल के एक एग्जामिनेशन है, so you can prepare for RBI grade B. There your preparation of economics here, okay, is going to come of great help in RBI grade B. Then उसके साथ साथ में यहाँ पे CSAT का आप जो भी तैयारी कर रहा है, तो that will also come of help in RBI grade B. So RBI grade B is one place where significant number of the candidates who are working in RBI grade B, even today the majority population is from Odisha, sir. Okay, so even the RBI governor also, is he still Shatikantan Das? Yes. So he is also from Odisha. So there is a very significant lobby there. Okay, so it is very good for you people to go there. So RBI grade B जैसा exam को भी prepare कर सकते हैं, SSC CGL, OPSC. So in this way, whichever government service examination you want to prepare for, whatever you prepared in UPSC, it will become of great help to you, sir. Then along with that, there are other services like CAPF, Central Armed Police Force. The syllabus is almost the same, sir. If a person seriously prepares for UPSC, clearing the CAPF is a cakewalk. Okay, except for the physical part that I can't help. Okay, there is a physical examination there too, so that you have to be prepared yourself. But otherwise, CAPF is one more examination. So this way, multiple number of career options will get opened in front of you, sir. But the thing is, you have to be mindful. You have to apply for the right kind of examinations and write the papers. And whenever, okay, your number gets picked, then you can get selected, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Then along with that, some usual questions which are asked to me is, sir, how many years is it going to take? Okay, so this is the main issue, okay, because everyone is in their prime, they are young now. So this is the time in order to, okay, so get some good career for yourself. So the main question here is, how long should the preparation for this examination be done? So, and how should we become mentally prepared for the same is the next main question, sir. So let me be very clear. The minimum time that you have to spend in this examination is 2 academic years, sir. Minimum time. Let me be very clear about it. Don't think that in 1 year you will be able to do it. So my intention is that 2 academic years is a must for this preparation, sir. Why I will tell you. So first 1 year, almost for 9 months, what you have to do is you have to take a coaching for the examination. Is it true or not? Teachers will come, so per day 4-5 hour classes would be there. Okay, then after that you have to go and prepare on what has been taught in class. You have to practice. Then along with that you have to read your newspapers, then NCERT textbooks. So all of these things if you study, then it takes a minimum time of 1 year, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? 9 months to 1 year. Also, or 1 academic year it takes for coaching plus getting a decent enough understanding on UPSC, it takes 1 academic year, sir. Then the second academic year is the one in which you have to start your real preparation, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? तो 1 साल का अभी जून में एग्जाम हुआ, तो आप लोग अभी क्लास को आना शुरू कर लिया. So we will continue the classes till March or March, sir. Maximum by March we will be winding up. Once the classes are done, because the examination coaching is somewhere around 700 to 800 hours of coaching will be there, sir. So that takes almost 8 to 9 months. Whatever we do, public holidays will be there. So or some or the other issues will be there, because of which it takes almost 8 months, sir. Okay, so 8 months अगर आप preparation में लगा रहे तो, so just understand this, sir. So 8 months is gone in preparation. By March, April you will be done. Then after that there is again one more problem with respect to your optional. So without optional preparation, how will you write the examination? You have to take optional preparation. Some people tend to do it along with general studies now only. Okay, but my suggestion would be, never choose your optional when you are very new to the preparation, sir. Okay, because you are choosing something which you don't know anything about. आपको पता ही नहीं है. Okay, so subject के बारे में फिर भी आप okay कुछ inclination के हिसाब से maximum number of candidates will pick, sir. But that should not be done. At least give it some time, sir. Okay, so give it a time of 2 to 3 months. Okay, 2-3 महीने टाइम दे दीजिए उसके वास्ते, तो तब तक आपको ज्यादा सब्जेक्ट्स का इंट्रोडक्शन भी हो जाएगा और उसके साथ साथ में आप भी कुछ प्रीवियस ईयर पेपर्स देख सकते हैं. Then you can narrow down upon a few optionals, and after that, based on availability of coaching material, peer group, test series, इन सब फैक्टर्स को आप कंसिडर करते हुए then you have to finally pick your optional, sir. Picking an optional itself is a very fine art, okay, because the right optional will help you to clear the examination very soon, but at the same time wrong optional will make you waste a lot of time, sir. That is the reason why you take some time in choosing your optional. So take some 2-3 months time. If you are from the same background, there is no doubt for it, okay, as our dear sir from sociology, so there is no other point, okay. So you have to pick the same optional. But for the candidates who are trying to go out of their academic background, for them they have to definitely, okay, pick an optional by giving some time to it, sir. Don't rush your decision, okay. सब लोग ले रहे हैं तो मुझे भी लेना है. So don't get into this FOMO. FOMO is what? Fear of missing out, okay. सब लोग एक काम कर रहे हैं, मैं नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ सर, मुझे डर लग रहा है, so सब लोग क्लियर करेंगे, मैं कर नहीं पाऊंगा, okay. लेकिन सब लोग क्लियर किया तो ये यूपीएससी एग्जाम होता ही नहीं था, okay. So that's the reason why सब लोग जो कर रहे हैं वो काम मत कर लीजिए, okay. So what happens is, in this examination, the people who in fact chart a path for themselves, they will clear the exam, sir. Let me be very clear. So who follows everyone else like sheep, most probably they will not be able to clear the examination. A person or candidate who in fact charts out their own path based on their own capability, a very good understanding of their limitations, they will only be able to clear the examination. So don't grow with the crowd, take time and then select optional. There are a wide range of optionals, okay. So and optional selection should be based on the availability of teacher and then along with that material, sir. That is more important. So because optional requires master's level competence for you, that is the reason why you have to choose the right optional and prepare for it properly. So that is one thing. So optional का तैयारी के लिए आपको minimum to minimum 3 to 4 महीना तो कोचिंग के ही लगेगा सर. कोचिंग के लिए 3 से 4 महीना. Some optionals take longer too, but 3 to 4 months in optional, that is gone. So one academic year is done, sir. In coaching itself, one academic year is done. The second academic year is the one where you sit and prepare properly, and from the second academic year on, you start or you should start giving multiple examinations, sir. Not just UPSC, you should write all other possible examinations, so which have a similar syllabus, which don't demand a lot of extra time for you, from you. You have to write all the examinations. Primarily because I told you, out of nearly 5 lakh people, finally 1,000 people get selected, sir. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? 5 lakh people who appear for the examination, only 1,000 get selected. What is it? What is the percentage, sir? 0. So somewhere around, I think 0.2 it would be. No? 0.02 or 0.2. 0.02% members finally clear the examination. Because of this reason, okay, even though you are the best of the candidates, okay, never be the only, you should never prepare only for this examination, sir. Try to diversify your things, okay, and try to parallelly keep preparing for multiple examinations. And after the second year of your preparation, second year भी खत्म हो गया, अगर prelims UPSC का निकल गया तो फिर mains तक आप continue कर लीजिए. अगर prelims ना निकला तो immediately what you have to do is you have to definitely opt for some or the other job, sir. Let me be very clear. After 2 academic years, full academic years here, okay, what will happen is the preparation, if you give full time, it will start working in reverse, sir. आपका marks improve नहीं होता है, घटता है, sir. Okay, इसके लिए आपको सोचना है कि 2 साल के बाद ज्यादा से ज्यादा अगर आपको प्रीलिम्स क्लियर हुआ तो 6 महीना और इसी काम में रहना है. नहीं तो प्रीलिम्स नहीं हुआ तो immediately what you have to do is you have to start preparing for, okay, or preparing for any other job, or in the meanwhile if you clear some examination then go into the job and keep giving the attempts for UPSC, sir. Okay, so even though it looks very harsh, this is what you have to do. समझ में आया आपको? So not more than 2 years, because we are seeing, sir, over a period of time, the candidates who in fact destroy all other career options in the hope of clearing UPSC. Once that doesn't happen, then automatically all other doors will be closed to them, and it is becoming very, very difficult for these people to find alternative employment. So that is the reason why don't go there. So 2 years time दे दीजिए full time, then उसके बाद में आपको कुछ ना कुछ करते हुए आपको एग्जाम देना पड़ेगा, सर. समझ में आया आपको? So that is the reason why try to understand this. 2 years ही टाइम में 12 सब्जेक्ट को मास्टर करना है. ऑप्शनल में मास्टर्स लेवल thing that you have to get. So when the demand is such, is self study going to help you, sir? Just I am asking one simple question. Self study is in fact very difficult in UPSC, sir. Let me be very clear about this. Okay, if you have some person in your family itself who has cleared the examination, who has all the material, then you can go for self study. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? So if you are preparing for new, then going for self study is a suicidal option, because what you will do through coaching in 1 year on yourself, it will take 5 years, sir. क्योंकि कोचिंग में टीचर्स तो ऐसे ही नहीं रहते हैं ना, तो आपको पढ़ाते हैं, ओके, बहुत सारा सोर्सेस ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन से आपको कलेक्ट करके आपको इंपॉर्टेंट इंफॉर्मेशन देंगे हम लोग, तो ये सब आपको खुद करने में 5 साल लग जाएगा, सर. So that is the reason why coaching is something which will save your time. Are you understanding this? So that is one thing that you have to do. So this is the case, and these are the various dimensions of our preparation process. Any questions here, sir? Any questions? Any questions, queries? Okay, so you don't want to trouble me. Huh? Don't want to trouble me? Tell me, any questions are there? कोई है तो पूछ लीजिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. सर मुझे इस फील्ड में कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, ओके, नहीं तो ये काम मुझे मेरे से नहीं हो रहा है. हिंदू पेपर particularly many people will have a problem reading. Yes or no? So you might have started, it's almost 1 month since the classes have started here. Okay, for some people it might be new, but almost for 1 month it has started. Just let me give some inputs to you people here, sir. So when it comes to the Hindu newspaper is associated with the preparation for UPSC for the past 70 years. क्या आपका काम नहीं है? 70 years से कोई भी UPSC का तैयारी कर रहा है तो definitely हिंदू पेपर को पढ़ता है, सर. But the thing is, nowadays the coaching industry has developed so well that some candidates, they are completely doing away with reading the Hindu newspaper, sir. But that is also not right. Let me be very frank, that is also not right. You fix a time period, okay, fix 1 hour, नहीं तो 45 minutes. उस टाइम में आप जो भी आर्टिकल्स पढ़ सकते हैं, जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन आप गैदर कर सकते हैं, तो उसको एक 45 मिनट्स टू 1 आवर के टाइम में आप गैदर करके उसके ऊपर जो भी है उसको चाहिए तो आप मार्क करके छोड़ दीजिए, नहीं तो यू पुट इट इन योर वन लिस्ट दैट दिस आर्टिकल आल्सो सीम्ड इंपॉर्टेंट, सो एंड देन यू लीव इट, सर. दैट्स इट. बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द मंथ फाइनली यू विल गेट वन मैगजीन, and the magazine will contain a more detailed analysis and in-depth approach on the same articles. So why should we double our work? But at the same time, if you read newspaper every day 45 minutes to 1 hour, by identifying the areas, like let's suppose one article comes, you highlight it and say that it is important for governance. One more article is there, you highlight it and say that it is important for internal security. तो ऐसे आप खुद कर लीजिए. उसके बाद में मंथ एंड में जब मैगजीन आएगा, most of the issues are being covered, sir. Are you getting this? But once you read them in the newspaper and again look at them in the current affairs magazine, what will happen is it will become easy for you to approach the issue, sir. अगर आप पेपर टच भी नहीं किया, सीधा करंट अफेयर्स मैगजीन पकड़ के पढ़ने के लिए ट्राई किया, तो आपको कुछ गाइड बुक पढ़ने जैसा लगता है, सर. गाइड बुक wherein you have to by heart every issue. But if you keep looking at the newspaper, then you will understand the background of the issue clearly. And finally, in the newspaper, when it comes, in the magazine, when it comes, it would be very easy for you to process and understand, sir. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? So this is one thing that you need to do. So read the newspaper, but put a limit, 45 minutes to 1 hour. उससे ज़्यादा पढ़ने का कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है, सर. Then उसके साथ में आजकल, okay, so आपको और एक चीज़ भी मैं बता दूंगा. So you have, everyone uses WhatsApp, right? Yes, I will want to ease your preparation one step further. So in WhatsApp, you might have seen one circle at one end. Have you seen it, sir? It's called Meta AI. Okay, Meta AI is there. Nowadays, what is happening is, the only thing that you need to do is, you should know the right questions to ask, sir. Okay, particularly for current affairs and some subjects also it is very useful. See, you raise the right question. Let's suppose, okay, so there are a lot many articles which are coming with respect to these days, which is the most debated. Oh, Karnataka state bill aa raha hai na? Yes, this affects people who are migrating to Bangalore from different states of India. It is going to affect. They have put the reservation at 70% in the managerial jobs and 50% in non-managerial, or is it reverse? Reverse, right? So 70% in non-managerial and 50% in a managerial post. They want to reserve the seats to the local, sir. ये आर्टिकल आपको minimum from the past 6 to 7 days, every day in the newspaper there is a lot of content which is coming on the article. So what you can do is you can open Meta and ask, okay, tell me briefly about the Karnataka state reservation bill. ये क्वेश्चन टाइप करके आप देख लीजिए सर, आपको क्लियरली पॉइंट वाइज एडवांटेजेस डिसएडवांटेजेस ये सब आपको इन ए वेरी वेरी ऑर्गेनाइज्ड फॉर्मेट यू विल गेट द आंसर फॉर द क्वेश्चन सर. You will not be able to actually in the mains examination present more points than that sir. आपको समझ में आ रहा है? और वो चार्ट हिस्ट्री में रहेगा आपका, वो आपको कभी रिवीजन करना है तो आप तब भी देख सकते हैं, नहीं तो उसको कॉपी पेस्ट करके एक वर्ड डॉक्यूमेंट बना लीजिए आपके हिसाब से. कितना आसान बन गया. लेट्स सपोज देयर इज वन आर्टिकल कमिंग रेगुलरली ऑन, लेट्स सपोज सम वायरस. Okay, so today also in the newspaper there was a news on some virus in Kerala. I don't have H1N1. So you just ask a question to Meta saying that what is H1N1 virus and what are its symptoms, how is it spreading बोल के question पूछ लीजिए. It will give a very good answer sir. I am not joking. Okay, so this is one thing that you have to integrate in your preparation because many students are doing it and it is very very easy. आप अगर राइट क्वेश्चन पूछा तो वो आंसर बहुत सही देगा सर. देन अलोंग विद दैट यू आस्क ए क्वेश्चन, सी मोस्ट ऑफ द पैंडेमिक्स एंड वायरल डिसीजेस इन इंडिया, द आउटब्रेक इज ऑलवेज एसोसिएटेड विद व्हिच स्टेट सर? केरला. सो यूपीएससी माइट बी इंटरेस्टेड, इतना स्टेट्स है तो केरला से क्यों इतना आउटब्रेक हो रहा है, आप वो क्वेश्चन पूछ लीजिए उसको. ओके, यू आस्क मेटा द सेम क्वेश्चन, व्हाई आर सो मेनी एपिडेमिक आउटब्रेक्स अकरिंग ओनली इन केरला. ओके, यू टेक आउट योर फोन एंड डू सर. You search this, you take out your phone, not an issue. We'll spend some time on this. Okay, so very applied questions also you can ask sir. See, it has given 8 beautiful points and along with that steps to mitigate. Type it, why are so many epidemic outbreaks occurring in Kerala? Okay, so just see, it has given which outbreaks have started there. Then उसके साथ साथ में वहां पे होने का कारण क्या है, उनको काउंटर करने के लिए क्या स्ट्रैटेजीज लिया था गवर्नमेंट. तो ये सब ओके, दिस इज वन डायरेक्ट मेंस क्वेश्चन सर. आपको समझ में आ रहा है क्या मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं? ओके, सो जस्ट ऑब्जर्व दिस. I just want to show the same to you people too. Show it for all candidates. Okay, you should just know the right questions to ask. You will get a lot many good answers out of it sir, and it is very handy. You need not download any other extra application. So WhatsApp is one thing that you will always be using, yes, most probably. So because of which reason it is so handy. Okay, rather than a dictionary and Google search में अगर आप यही क्वेश्चन सर्च किया तो आपको कितना responses मिलेगा सर? So you will get like lot many responses and reading through them, then jotting down the points, all of these things is an additional work for you sir. Okay, that is the reason why my call is work smart rather than working hard. So you can spend very very good time. But see, the thing is, first getting to the question itself is the tougher part. Is it true or not sir? So first and foremost you are looking at Kerala. So every time you are seeing the newspaper, but nowhere is talking about why are so many epidemics occurring only in Kerala. But raising the right question, look at the answer, sir. Okay, Kerala state in India has experienced several epidemic outbreaks in the recent time. So Nipah, dengue, chikungunya, H1N1, COVID-19 pandemic, several factors, geographical location. Okay, so Western Ghats, geographical diversity, that is an environmental point. Yes, geographical diversity, numerous species are there, vector-borne diseases are possible here. Then uske साथ में climate change, high population density. Okay, so then uske साथ में urbanization and migration, very true. Kerala is one state from which maximum number of immigrants are there to different parts of the world, making them carriers of these diseases into India. Is it true or not? Then after that, okay, so animal human interface, zoonotic diseases are possible here. Then uske साथ में global connectivity. So to mitigate these, what kind of steps are being taken? Just observe the beauty of this answer. You will not be able to make such answer even after reading 10 articles about epidemic outbreaks in Kerala, sir. Rather than reading the article which is given there in lesser number of words in a point-wise format, how well the answer has been given, you see. And your UPSC answers also should be written exactly in the same fashion, sir. See, observe the approach that they are giving, sir. First, they are putting one side heading and then giving an explanation to it. For every point, are they not giving a basic side heading and then giving an explanation to it, sir? Just observe. So if you ask the previous year candidates who are present in class, my answer writing approach also is exactly the same, sir. For every point, there should be a micro side heading, then after that, a brief explanation of the same. For every statement that you are making in the examination, you should have a micro side heading. See how well the answer has been given here. Is it making sense, sir? Okay, so then you can ask not only the questions which are factual, but even opinion-based questions also you can ask, sir. See the beauty of this. Okay, I'll just type one more question. Just see. So everyone is talking about the Karnataka reservation bill, right? Okay. Just see. Just see. I have raised one more question. How well it is giving the pros and cons for the same. You observe this, sir. Okay, so just see, the Karnataka reservation bill provides 50% reservation. Pros are it promotes regional development, addresses unemployment, fosters community development. If you want, you can add 2 or 3 more points too. Then after that, cons are what? Restricts merit-based hiring, hurts business competitiveness, creates legal issues, may lead to brain drain. Okay, see how well, at least some 4 to 5 good points which are based on. So it is still trying to answer overall while the bill aims to address local unemployment. So there is a need to balance both local interest and national interest is the final conclusion that it has given. Are you getting what I'm trying to say, sir? So this is one actually revolutionary tool for UPSC aspirants, and UPSC aspirants and UPSC preparation has always been at the cutting edge of technology, sir. Try to understand this. I'll tell you one thing. When first mobile phones were introduced, okay, and Google Chrome came into picture, UPSC aspirants were the first to use among all communities Google, sir. The first tech-based educational initiative is in UPSC. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Now the next frontier has come, that is artificial intelligence. Who will adopt to this first? It is the UPSC candidates who will adopt to it, sir. Because as aspiring administrators, we should always be at the cutting edge of our preparation. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? तो राइट क्वेश्चंस राइज करने से आपको आजकल इंफॉर्मेशन का कोई कमी नहीं है. That too, an organized information without much effort from your side is coming from this kind of tool, sir. This is just one such tool, and it is doing a decent enough job, sir. For all practical purposes, for UPSC preparation, कितना भी आपके लिए okay tough question है उसको पूछ लीजिए. Okay, you ask. So explain to me the phenomenon of anticyclone. You ask, sir. You ask that question geography का anticyclone phenomenon पूरा examples के साथ कैसे चलता है. So बहुत crisply and very directly they will give the answer, sir. Ranging from the conceptual questions to applied questions. Okay, applied question is the Kerala one. Yes. Then the second question is judgmental question. Judgmental question के लिए answer मिल रहा है. कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन के लिए आपको आंसर मिलता है, तो हर कोई क्वेश्चन, हर किसी क्वेश्चन का आपको आंसर यहां से बहुत ठीक सा आंसर मिलता है सर. Are you following what I'm trying to say? That is the reason why what you people should do is you should spend some time on it, sir. But okay, don't misuse it. Okay, use it for constructive purposes. Okay, you ask the right questions. Don't ask, okay, so nearest theater to me where this movie is being shown. So those kind of questions also it answers, but use it constructively. It will be of great help. Okay, but convincing others that you are preparing is going to be a little difficult because everyone thinks that you are always on WhatsApp. Okay, but that is a different case scenario. But use it in the right fashion, sir. Are you getting this? So this is how you need to write the answers. And UPSC में applied questions, judgmental questions, जो भी questions है उनके लिए अगर आपको कुछ भी doubt आया तो immediately इस पे you type the question and you'll get an answer, sir. Is it fine? Did you understand how to use these things, sir? And read the newspaper just for 45 minutes to 1 hour, not more. वहाँ पे भी ऐसा questions you ask to the AI and it will give very good responses, and in the process you keep adding the information to your own content and keep moving ahead, sir. Is it clear? Okay, so shall we take a break? Yes, so shall we take a break for some half an hour, then thereafter we will continue for some more time. So then in the second half I will go to my actual subject. So by tomorrow you will get, by today's class end you will get one good material with respect to ancient and medieval India, sir. तो आपको मटेरियल मिल जाएगा, आप लोग खुद प्रिंट आउट लेना चाहिए, नहीं तो आपके पास लैपटॉप्स है तो आप लैपटॉप लेके आइए क्लास को, सो यू कैन एंटर वॉट एवर एडिशनल इंफॉर्मेशन इज बीइंग डिक्टेटेड बाय मी. आई विल शेयर वन पीपीटी, सर, एंशिएंट एंड मिडिवल इंडिया का. ऑलराइट, सो एंड टुडे इन द आफ्टरनून और आफ्टर द ब्रेक वी विल डिस्कस सम बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स अबाउट हिस्ट्री, सर. ओके, उसके साथ साथ में कुछ अगर इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है तो उनके बारे में बात करेंगे, तो कैसा चल रहा है, कैसा क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हैं. सो माय स्पेसिफिक सब्जेक्ट के लिए के बारे में हम लोग बात करेंगे, सर. टेक ए ब्रेक फॉर सम हाफ एन आवर एंड देन वी आर गोइंग टू रिकन्वे. ऑलराइट.